Hi everyone, welcome back. It is Wednesday for me today. I think you'll probably see this on Friday, but as I mentioned in the last video, we're going to work with junk mail envelopes this time. So if you have your envelopes ready, coffee stained, tea stained, food color stained, it doesn't matter, or just have plain white. This one I've had for a while and I coffee stained it quite some time ago, but I thought I'd use that one and also just a plain white one. I really like the polka dots inside, so we're going to work with those. Excuse me, I'm just going to close my door. All right, so grab your envelopes and your paper, your junk mail card, whatever you have, scraps, grab it all and we'll just have a play. So let's just move this. I just put that there so you guys would have something to look at when we started rather than the desk. But I don't know if you can see or not, but I haven't even cleaned up. I figured we'll get this little series done first, then I'll clean up, and then we'll be ready for the new year to get going. So I took one of the images that I had put the collage on the magazine page and I glued it inside for the window just to have some pretty there. And then we're just going to collage on it. And then I have this little piece of paper and I'm going to hopefully use it as a hinge, and I left it open there so that I could, I'm not sure if I'm going to put it inside. I might not, because we're going to have a tag in and out, but it will go on the back and then this will get glued to the page, and we'll do that today. We're going to attach it to the page that we've already done a portion of. So then that'll just be a nice page in our journal. So yeah, grab your scraps, and I have a bag of scraps, but it's all strips of paper. There's nothing substantial like a piece like these. So I'm just going to this paper is very brittle, so it's perfect to use as collage because then it has a place. So it can just go anywhere. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna start collaging. And I don't even have to use the ruler with this because it's so soft and it tears so easy. But I didn't do any inking. I just prepared a few things, got things ready, and decided to come on. And I'm not even going to bother putting the lid on that. But because it's so fragile, I'm just going to use my tacky glue rather than the glue stick. And then I'm just going to start gluing. And it's okay if it doesn't go right to the window. This one has a window. I have some that do not have windows, but I wanted to have an image to peek out. And if you have rectangle dies, you know, you can create a window yourself with your dies. Oh, I don't want to use that. It's an image out of a book, and it's a pencil drawing, and so I'm going to use that on something one day. It's all one day. So I hope you're all doing good. Sorry, I never even said that when we got started. I don't think. I would just get right into it. So I'm just going to add glue here. And then some ink. I'll just cut it off or tear it off as we go. And I don't think there's any bad language on my book pages, so that's good. And I'll just tear it down like that. And if it's overhanged, it's okay. I like that look, actually. Just ink it up a little bit there so we can see. Like the inking, I enjoy the inking. It looks nice on there. And if you have colored paper, anything is going to look good. Just gonna tear down the edge here. And I don't know if there are any methods for doing collaging. Like I think I've said before, I'm definitely not a pro. I just do what I think looks good, and really this part that we're doing right now is really the base, and then we'll add to it. You know, you can add images and pockets and stickers, stamps, whatever you want to it. This is just the base part of it. I'm just gonna pop it there. Just gonna slice it down there. Get gluey scissors, gluey fingers, you know. It's all a part of the crafting process. And yeah, so I'm just picking different papers that I have on my desk. If you want a certain color theme, go with that. Grab some papers in the theme that you're going for. There's a fold in here. I'm going to accentuate that with the ink. There's a couple of them. And why not? There we go. Just pop it on like that. And this is just all the scrap paper that I've had for ages and ages, and I figure if we're doing the junk mail, we might as well add the scraps to it as well. Just gonna pop that right there. It was snowing all night here. As you know, I'm in Alberta. It was snowing all night long. It just stopped a little bit ago, and I went outside and I shoveled the walks and our walkway going to where our vehicles park, and at least it's not frigid weather outside. It's not too bad for that. I'm just looking at some of this paper. So now I'm just going to get my metal ruler. But collaging can go pretty quick. So I'm just going to do this to all four sides. Maybe. Sometimes it doesn't work and it comes out, especially if you're only doing a little tiny area of it. But there we go. And then I'll just rip it from here. It's just to get the edges going. Just like that. Pick it up. I don't think I'll need to do the edge. Oh yes I do. What am I talking about? I was thinking I had a piece to cut off, but I actually don't. So I really hope you've been enjoying this series. This has been a lot of fun for me. This is the first time I've done a series of you know, crafts to do. So it's been a lot of fun, and I just thank you for your wonderful comments and your feedback. And I know there's those of you who are doing it along with me as well, so that is awesome. And I'm just going to add this little piece of paper here. It just has words on it, just says "the man." I'm just going to add it there. There we go. Just like that. And then there we have our base for the front. And if you're going to add it to a page and make your tag, then you can stop right here. But because I'm going to have it as a flip out, then I'm going to do the back as well. So this piece is a bit straighter. Let me get one of these pieces. And I'm just going to add it just like that. I'm just going to add the whole piece. Like collaging, you know, I do not like to collage with little bitty pieces. They are just so, I don't know, they're so frustrating to me to have these little tiny pieces. So I like pieces with substance. Because I've seen some people like with teensy weensy little pieces, and then they're doing it. I'm sorry. Kudos to you for doing it. I give you all the credit. But that's one thing I have never had an inkling to do, using little pieces like that. So I'm going to pop that there. And then let's just give this a little edge as well. Oh, my husband's up now. You know, he's been sick with a cold, and so he's been taking rests in the afternoon when he can. So that's good for him because he needs to get better. Cold medicine he finally has for nighttime so that he can actually sleep, which is a blessing, because if you've ever had a cold, you know he doesn't have the cough so much as the nose running continually. It's just, oh my goodness. And I'll just do it this way. There we go. Make sure that's our top. And then I'm going to add this onto it. I'm just going to add the glue at the bottom. And then put the glue the rest away around. Just because it's longer than the envelope, I'll just trim it off when we're done. When I'm done. I always say that, and it's like, well, I'm the only one here. There. Oh, yeah. I like the looks of that. That looks awesome. I'm just going to take that off and then cut this tiny little edge here. There we go. Throw that one out. It has a bunch of glue on it, and there's no way I could wipe it off. So then there's that, and there's just this little area here, but you don't have to cover it if you don't want to. You can add something there for a pocket. You can, yeah, you can put a cluster here. You can do anything like that. But for now, I will add a piece of book page just for a contrasting look on there. So, and these are the pages from my Alice in Wonderland book that I'm using still. So I'm just gonna ink that up and then glue it right on there. Oh, put it sideways. There's nothing that says it has to be up and down. There we go. Oh, that's lovely. Yep, and then you can dress it, you do whatever you'd like to it. And then I have a piece of junk mail for the tag. Just had to glue that down. I want to make sure this old music page is glued down nicely. And there we go. So before we do the tag, I'm just going to, if I put it on this side, it'll open this way. And I think that's good because my original thought, like I showed you at the beginning, was to maybe pop it inside there to have it open, but it doesn't make any sense because you need to have access easily to the pocket. So I'm going to ink this up and then we'll get it attached. I don't do these kind of flip pockets very often, so it's a good way to do them if I just, don't think about it, just fold your paper and add it to the side, and then it's good to go. So I want the folded piece. Sorry, orientate myself. I want the folded piece so that the front is here and then it opens freely like that. I'm just going to give this line a good inking as well, because you'll see that when it opens. There we go. Just like that. So I'm going to add glue to the top. And then make sure it's on the right side. Like, I don't think it would be the end of the world if it was on the wrong side. It's just easier to access the pocket. Or if you end up doing it on the wrong side, then this side can be glued up and then you can just open up the opposite side. Like, that's not a hardship either. I just need to, it moved on me. I'm just going to move it right to the edge because you want it to be able to open freely. Just like that. So we'll let that dry and then we'll do the tag and then we'll add it to our page. But, oh, wait, sorry. First, let's do the plain one. We'll do it without inking on this one, and then you can see the difference of how that looks. What do you say? Let me see. I love this little picture. It's Alice in Wonderland and the turtle, and he has tears in his eye. I forget that part of the story, but I'm just gonna have it right there, and the little turtle's peeking out there. He's pretty cute. So I'm just gonna do that. I had something else in there originally, but I think I'm going to use this, and then it'll be our non-ink version. And when you're all done, you can sew them. There's all kinds of things that you can do. I didn't do this with the first one to show you because I didn't know how much of a struggle I was going to have getting the image in there. But yeah, that one worked out very well. So there's that part. And then you just start your collaging. And this is my bag with all my pieces in it, but this is what I mean. It's mostly all strips. Like, this is all strips of paper. And so yeah, I'm just gonna grab some of them, see what I grab, and we'll get using them. It's all fall to the floor. Yeah, my room, I did clean it, and now it's a mess. But that's what happens when you start creating. Your room reflects that, and your desk. Because I'm getting out all the stuff, you know, trying to just... There we go. And I'm just picking random papers. It's nice to do that sometimes instead of, you know, if you don't have a theme in mind or whatever, then you just grab your paper. Right there, or maybe I'll go across the top. Tear this side a little bit, maybe. Yep, that looks good. And if it goes over the window a little bit, I'm okay with that. In all honesty, I'm not too picky about that. Unless it's what you're wanting. Then of course. Oh, need to move it down. There we go. And the picture's not getting hidden or anything like that. That's on the inside. So you can still see the image, which is good. And I have some book page. It doesn't have to go all the way to the edge. You can still have it to where you're seeing the paper, the other page that you've put there. So this one will be kind of a hodgepodge of images, and that's okay too. And it's all right, I think, if some of the envelope is showing. It doesn't all have to be hidden. Just take some of the edge off. Just pop it there. And the edges can be trimmed up when you want, you know, if you want to have them precise or whatever, then you just fix it up and just add that right there. A little bit down the side. It's all the sizing. And there's still envelopes showing, and that's okay. Just kind of, because you know, like I say, this is the base coat or base layer, like we're painting or something. And then you can add all your pretties to the top of it. So I just have a little tiny bit right there. Try and find something else here. All these skinny pieces of paper. Just rip off the edge. Yeah, why not? There we go. And there's that one. And this one I am going to attach to a page. Oh, I've got to touch of glue on the inside there. But I had a thought, and I'm going to try it. And if it doesn't work, well, you know, it doesn't work. But we never know if things are going to work or not unless we try. So I'm going to cut it. Try and be as straight as I can anyway when I'm doing it. So what I'd like to do is glue the bottom like that, and then I'm going to glue up the side. And I don't know if it's going to work. I mean, if it doesn't, well, at least we've tried. And I'm going to grab my punch and make a divot just so that I don't have to do it when it's put together. Glue that down together. And so then there's a pocket here, and then there's a place for a tag in here. So while that dries, I'm just going to glue along the bottom here. And like I say, if it doesn't work, well, you know, it doesn't work. It'll be all right. It's an experiment at this point. So there we go, just like that. And then if I grab this, so, oh yes, lovely. So that'll be our pocket. And then this is where our tag is gonna sit. So then you'll just have to measure the size for your tag in there. And I think I cut that one down to size for that. And this was just a piece of paper, a piece of junk mail. And I'm just going to cut this one down to size. Just right there. We'll see how I do. There we go. See if it works or not. Perfect. So then that'll go in there. And then we have a tag for that. Let me just move these little bits before we do the tags. And again, you can collage them. You don't have to collage them. I have these sheets of paper here. These were actually in the in my bag there, but I'm going to just put this on top, and this will be for our non-inked one. So we'll do that rather than do the collage. All the outside is collaged and it's looking good. And so just turn that over. And I try to go up to the edge as much as I can, so I'm not wasting all the paper. There we are. I'm hoping that you're seeing everything, because boy oh boy, if I'm off camera, I really apologize. But it doesn't sound like my phone has been falling today, which is a huge blessing. So I'm happy about that. There's no, from what I can hear anyway, there's no metal sounds. Right, and you can leave it square. You can pretty up the corners, which I might do, but first I'm going to add some, I think I have some coffee dyed paper somewhere. If I don't, then I'm going to add some music page. Simple as that, because I don't want to go searching. There we are, just like that. Yep. Just add add it there. Oops, make sure I get down on the paper. Excuse me if you can hear Brat. Tom came in from outside, so he's waiting to lick up all the snow like he does. When I came back in from shoveling, he was just howling, and he wouldn't even let me get my boots off before he started licking all the snow off. Oh boy, funny. He's a funny cat. And because he's 18, like, we don't restrict him on anything. Like, he loves yogurt, and he likes the broth of soups, and oh my goodness, yeah. He's just a weird cat, but he loves everything. All right, so there's our journal card, tag, whichever you want to call it, but you can still write on the back of there. So I'm going to use the scalloped side. This is just We Are Memory Keepers. Just going to do the 4 corners with this. I'll show you what it looks like in just a second. There you go. So it's just a little scallop on the sides there. And then that will go right in there. And you can add a picture to it if you want. Oops, sorry. There goes the mode again. I have a tendency to knock that button. I'm just going to see if this sticker will be nice and come off. No, sometimes they come off so easy. Nope, that's not going to bother. So let's find a butterfly. So I just want to see where to place it. I mean, this journal seems to be, like, the theme seems to be butterflies, but that might be a little too big. Oh my, that one's even bigger. Just a little guy. We'll do just a little guy. And just over where the pink flower is, we'll do that. And this time I'll glue the whole thing down. Normally I just do the center of it, but because it's going to be going in and out of a pocket, there we are, just like that. That's so pretty. So pretty. And then I have this container of words, and they're just words cut from magazines and books, Edith Holden books, just different things. Or you can do your own on the computer as well. I've done that as well. Just do up rows and rows of words. Oh, I inked that one. Look at that. Oops. That's how, well, it's normal for me to ink stuff up, right? So that's why. But anyway, let's pop that in there. There. Oh, that is so pretty. Very nice. And then I just have, this is just for a piece from some Happy Mail that I had received. And I'm just going to add this into the bottom pocket. I'll just straighten this up from where I cut it. And then I'm just going to, come on now, you just worked there. So we'll just add that in. And then I'm going to glue it onto a page. So we'll have the opening there, and there's a pocket. And then I might have the tuck on the left side rather than the right, because the pocket's already there. Okay, so this is our page that we had worked on before. And I think I'll pop her on the back. And then it's going to open out like this. And then you'll have writing pages on the back, writing space, or you can, sorry, I'm just taking my sweater off. It suddenly got very, very hot in here. So I'm just going to do that. We'll add it there, and then we'll do the tag for it, and then we can add it in, and then it'll be good. Let's just open it up. Okay, so I'm not gonna put it right to the bottom or right to the top. I'm just gonna try and make the spaces even. And then, so if it likes to cooperate, it's normally okay, but like this time it didn't cooperate very nicely. Oh, there it goes. Oh. That's a good thing it didn't rip. I was wondering if it was gonna tear or something, but there we go. So then that's on our page like that, and we'll just make the I'm just going to make it a big tag, and we'll do the exact same thing. I love this paper. It's so pretty, and it's just from it's a cardstock out of an old paper pad that I had. I'm sorry I don't have any of it left, so they're really just the little odds and ends that I've had for quite some time. A lot of my paper I've got from Michaels. You know, not for a long time actually. I think the last time I was there, well, it's been a while anyway. But I just want to see how far over I am. On the wrong side. Yep, that helps. Not quite to the edge there. Yeah, I did it on the wrong side, so now that one's all glued. But I'll still be able to use it for something anyway. It'll dry and then there we go. I'm just gonna trim it up quick. Well, as quick as I can anyway. There we go, just like that. I just wanted the words on it. I just really liked the words. And let's see if this will fit. Oh, perfect. Perfect, yay. I was wondering, like if it didn't fit, then it would be fine. I'd still add it and put something else there, but it's nice when it fits. All right, let's just add it. And you know, if you don't like to glue your paper this way, that's fine. Trim it up and then glue it on. That's okay too. It's your choice, right? Whatever you're comfortable with, then you do that. There's no rules. If it looks good to you, do it, because everything you do is beautiful. Always remember that. Okay, I'm just going to, but I think it came together pretty quick, and we did the 2 envelopes with the tags. So, oh, I'm going to just take the 2 little corners. I'll make them just a tiny bit bigger than what we normally do, just because it's a wider tag, but not so much that it looks all weird. And then there you go, and you can round the bottom edges if you want as well. You don't have to keep them like that. Like if you like your rounded edges, then do that. That was a weird cut. Still looks weird, but maybe I will have to round the bottom just so it doesn't look so wonky. Let's just, oh, that much, yeah. Much better. And there we go, just like that. And again, you can come in and you can add the butterfly. Oh my, yep, that actually looks lovely there with the colors. So we'll do that, and I'm going to glue it all down, not just the center this time, because it'll be coming in and out. I don't want it breaking off. And of course I have extra glue and no paper towel. It's funny, it's one thing I never seem to get myself together on, is getting paper towel ready. For whatever reason. I don't know. How about just relax? We'll use that word. And that basket, that's from the Dollarama. They have tons of different sizes and they're great for your little embellishments and stuff. And I do not have a lot of storage, so it's always a challenge to do. And then so we have a writing area or pictures, I mean whatever you want. And there's our huge tag. So we're gonna pop it right inside there. Oh, come on, you fit before. Oh, it's not gonna fit. I did measure. And it worked. So I'm just going to make it a tad shorter. And then we'll see. All right, around the edges. See, I just inked that up and I'm taking the edges away, but that's all right. Okay, let's try it. Oh, much better. There we go. Fits right in there. And you see the butterfly. And then you open it up and you can add pictures here. There's lots of writing space everywhere. You can add your photos, your whatever, I don't know, pictures, writing, stickers. You can paint. If you draw or paint, you can do your images there. So that's just on our page that we had made the other day. All right, so I'm going to leave it there for today. I really hope that you enjoyed that. I don't think it took too long for us to create those envelopes and the tags. And for our 5th junk journal, our 5th episode, and it'd probably be the last one for now, because we're coming up on New Year's Eve. And so I'll show you what I put together. I took some of the junk mail and I cut them down to 2-inch strips. I glued 2 of them together, and then I added lace. So this is what I would like to do. And then we'll build them up with lace, and then we will add different elements, and then we can use them as clusters. You can use them, one sec, let me grab this again. We'll go to the inside where there's nothing there. So you can have them as clusters and make little things on each one. You can add it to the page and have it as a lace, and then it can be a pocket. You can make it in the center and have it as a belly band. You can do it across the page for pockets. So there's a few ideas for you. So that's what we're going to work on when we next come together. So hopefully you'll join me again for that. And I hope you've been having a great time doing this with me. I've just been having a really good time and I've been enjoying it. I've been enjoying getting rid of a lot of the junk mail, and because we do have a lot. So I thank you all for being with me. I thank you so much for subscribing to my channel and coming back and keeping me company as we craft together. Thanks to all my new subscribers. I appreciate each and every one of you. As you know, I tell you all the time because it's very true. I love hanging out with you guys, your comments, your interaction with me. I can't tell you how much that means to me. We will see you next time, and God bless. You take care of yourselves. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.